Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 1-0 loss against Braga in the first leg of the Europa League quarter-final tonight. A dug-meat performance, however, the result itself, it's not the worst in the world, and that's maybe about the only thing that we can take from the game at all tonight. I'm tempering my reaction here because I'm mindful that it is technically only half-time. However, next week it's all to play for, but we need to play a hell of a lot better than we did tonight because the performances have been completely substandard of late, certainly since the turn of the new year. I don't know what it is with these players. If they don't agree with the way that management are setting up or anything like that, or they're confused with it, there's a bit of personal pride to play for, and some of them don't even seem to be playing for that just now. It just seems lacklustre. Nobody seems to know what they're doing. Is it a case of the management setting up all wrong now? I know the starting 11 might have threw a few surprises out there. That said though, it was a couple of defensive blunders. It wasn't as if it was some stunning piece of play from Braga that split us wide open. It was defensive blunders once again. Really, they had three major chances. One of them they scored from. Technically, two of them they scored for, but it was defensive blunders all the time that's costing us. However, we had three changes from the Celtic game. We lined up McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Bassey, Jack, Lundstrom, Kamara, Arfield, Kent and Sakala. On the subs bench we had McLaughlin, McCrory, Barisic, Davis, Ramsey, Aribo, Sands, Ahmad, Wright and Roof. Now obviously with the lineup, it was anyone's guess how we're actually going to line up, which was, to be honest with you, I said a good thing, keeps the opposition guessing. It also gave us a bit of flexibility in the team as well. 3-5-2, 4-3-3. A lot of people criticising it online. Just wait and see how the team plays with it. Granted, could they have been right? Well, that's maybe a case in point, but doesn't put in for the fact that some individual performances were just woeful tonight. However, in the first half, it was really a bit of a nothing game for the first 24 minutes. That said, we were holding our own. However, we were not retaining possession well enough. However, when we did, we had some nice play going forward before we ended up losing it. McGregor really had nothing to do up until that point, and arguably we had the best chance of the game in the first 24 minutes. Then Braga upped their game, and we largely went to pieces for the rest of the half after that. So the best chance for us and of the game for the first 24 minutes came in the 5th minute. A lovely ball on the edge of the box to Kent from the middle to the left side of the box. He chests it down, the keeper comes running out, he palms the ball away, but only to our player who shoots, and it was deflected out for the corner. So that's about as best as it got, but it's certainly a nice wee bit of play early on as well. And once again, we did start off fairly brightly, annoyingly, and then it just really fell to pieces. A really bizarre corner from us though in the 14th minute. When we got a corner, we played it short when there was two Braga players close by. They charged at the ball and they ended up getting the throw in out of it. Just a baffling corner there from Tavernier. Really don't understand it there. Another piece of bad play though on the 20th minute. Goldson gives the ball away deep in the Braga half. Yes, in the Braga half. And it was a quick break by Braga and it was mopped up by Bassey. This once again from Goldson. You know, just playing the simple ball and not being aware of his surroundings and giving the ball away, which did lead to a good chance for Braga. What was he even doing up there in the first place? I have no idea. And then when it all started to all go completely wrong for us is on the 24th minute. It was a long cross by Braga from the right through our defence to the back post, where there was nobody picking up their spare man. He tries to shoot, it was cleared by Goldson, takes a deflection to another Braga attacker in the box who shoots, had McGregor beaten, and it hit off the right post and then cleared. It was all really from poor marking. There should have been somebody on that back post man there. Nobody, once again, all about positioning. And then controversially on the 26th minute Braga scored, however VAR ruled it off. They had possession on the left. There was a cross into our back post. It wasn't cleared once again. Jack challenges in the box. He got the ball. Jack goes down. Braga then get the ball back with their attacker who shoots the ball. It appeared to me it was going wide. Tavernier sticks out his leg and it went into the back of the net. Braga ran away celebrating. McGregor charges out complaining about the challenge on Jack. The referee checks VAR and the goal was ruled out due to it being a foul on Jack. I need to see it back again. I think it was a bit of a 50-50 to be honest. I think it was a massive let-off for us there. You would have thought we might have learned a lesson from that. We never really did though, unfortunately. We did have a chance though on the 33rd minute when Sakala had a shot just inside the box on the left, but it was well over the bar. He really needs to be showing more composure in that case there. You don't often get chances in Europe. You need to be taking them a lot better and at least getting them on target. However, once again, as I said, we never learned because Braga scored on the 40th minute to make it 1-0. An absolute defensive shambles. Braga on the right, and then it was kind of a duffed cross that was played in, hits off our defender. Our other defender, I think it might have been Goldson, sticks out a leg on the turn, doesn't get to it, falls to the Braga attacker just inside the box, and he hits a shot past the diving McGregor. Just, I don't know what the defence were thinking there. Couldn't put a challenge in whatsoever. Positioning all over the place as well. Dire play. So, really, every chance that Braga had and caused us issues stemmed from defensive errors. If it wasn't for the defensive errors, I'd be relatively happy. Second half, never made any changes at half time. It really needed changes again. Arfield completely anonymous in the game. However, really, we were on the back foot on the second half for a chunk of it at the start. It was really a dire second half performance. On the plus side, we kept it at 1-0, and that's really all you can take from the game at all. The first 10 of the second half were completely pegged back. We were just playing side to side to back, side back, side back. We weren't going nowhere forward. Granted, they were chasing every ball, but we just looked absolutely amateur at this point. We did make a triple sub though on the 62nd minute when Balogun, Sakala and Jack came off, Barisic, Aribo and Roof came on. It did make a bit of a difference because there was a wee bit more dig, we were getting a wee bit more possession, we were trying to get forward a wee bit more. However, as much as it was better, it was nowhere near the performance we expected because we'd really done nothing. We never put their keeper under any pressure at all. Unlike Braga though, however, they got a shot off on the 62nd minute and forced McGregor into a save. It was right at him, mind you, but still had to save it anyway. One of the very few chances we got in the second half, on the 71st minute, there was a corner in from Tavernier from the right. It was high. Goldson doesn't even have to jump, doesn't even have to move, no pressure on him whatsoever, gets a free header but manages to put it wide. A pathetic attempt at a header there. There was no pressure on him, you need to be getting it on target there. Really, really, really poor. 77th minute, Braga had a shot towards the left of our goal, right at McGregor who put it out of the corner. It was hit at pace, so certainly I had to react there. And then another bizarre free kick decision where on the 88th minute we had a free kick on the edge of the box on the right. Rather than whip it in, Tavernier decides to cut it back to the player who was outside the box. And it all became chasing our tail after that. We still retained possession, but we looked on the back foot from being in an attacking position. It was pathetic. It really was. So many blunders in defence tonight. So many poor set-piece plays. So many poor plays just in general. It wasn't good enough in the slightest. And as I said, the only thing we can take from it is it's 1-0. But ultimately, it's going to mean absolutely nothing unless the players buck up their ideas and play a hell of a lot better than they did tonight, because that performance was dire. As I said, I'm trying to temper the reaction because I'm mindful that it is only half-time in the tie. We are playing in the quarter-finals of Europe. You've got to take that into consideration as well. However, Braga have earned their right. They're no slouches. They're not a bad team, but they're not the best team we've played this season so far. And as much as they did press us, they didn't cause us a lot of issues, and that is what is more frustrating, is the fact that they weren't great, we were just absolutely ranked wrong. Once again, we've seen that at the weekend there again. Not good enough, Rangers. However, once again, another big game we've got coming up Sunday. That's at 12 o'clock. That's against St Mirren. I'm probably more fearful about that game than I am about the return leg of this Braga game. That says it all these days. So, however, Dave's still off enjoying his holiday. He never got to see the game tonight, so he'll still be enjoying his holiday. He'll not be having a downer with this game, but we'll not be back for a few weeks yet anyway. So, thanks for listening and goodbye.